Welcome everyone to the season finale here at Toronto Lakeshore Speedway. Jack of Lightning Blaze sitting on the pole for tonight's race. As you can already see the full qualifying results. So, there are, let's see, 8 drivers who have a shot at the championship. Obviously some would basically need to win the race and have the others finish last, but still a possibility as we're getting ready for the race command, and here it is.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, engines fired up, we are ready to go. So Sam Ozcan leads by 17 points. Christopher Abel is second. David Davison dropped to third, he's only 18 points back. Brad Cheston goes up 5 positions with his victory, leaves him 24 points behind. Stephen Oakes is 35 points back. Connor Breen is 43 points behind. Patrick Mew is 47 points. And Alexander Rowe, the last driver who has a shot, is 55 points behind. So the maximum point is 108, but since the 47 has taken the pole, I guess it's now 103. So this is a 1 mile racetrack, so we will have double file restarts here. As mentioned before, this is just a Dover clone. So we're getting ready to go green here. So, yeah, alright, 57 points, 103 to the last place. As we're getting ready to go green here at Toronto. Green flag is out and we're underway. Wide, possibly 4 wide at the start, almost 4 wide it looks like. Able to 74. In a pretty tough spot, now he's on the outside. Coming around to lead lap number 1, it will be the 47. Here's Brad Cheston to 0. Can he make it 2 in a row? He is looking for his 6th championship in the ISCR. Here comes a 66 on the inside, Max Anderson. Well, with 87 and 6, he's in a pretty good spot, but of course it's just a start. Here's Patrick Mew to 29, finishing second at Delaware. Also has a shot to win this championship. 3 wide, 3 wide. I really want to go 4 wide. I wouldn't recommend it. There's a 3's in the wall. The 69 Cole Sampson right across the nose and back across. And the 74 is in it. 88 Ryan Butcher around. David Davis collected. The 1 car misses it. Cole Sampson heavy damage there. Mitchell Hodak has crashed. Connor Breen is also involved. Another contender. This looks like we got 2 wrecks to review here. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. So take a look here. This wreck first. Didn't trigger the yellow. So Connor Breen on the inside of Mitchell Hodak in the 80. He hooks him coming off turn 4. And both of them hit the inside wall, but the 80 car noses it in front or into the wall. No caution for this. You see there's no lights. Let's go on board with the 80 car. Mitchell Hodak. A tough break. 2 races in a row. He led the most laps and he came up short. Saskatoon and then at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And tonight he is out on lap 3. So, yeah, he is done for the night. And no doubt he'll finish last in tonight's race. But here, let's take a look at the other wreck. They seem to... Yeah, you can see Carson Manning on the inside. Made a little contact. But I think Cole Sampson and then Blazy Buttar, they just got together. 3 misses the wall. Sampson just goes up high a little bit. Gets into the 3. He bounces off the wall. Then he comes back across, trying to save it. And they all end up in the wall there. There's the 84, Abraham also involved. And then the 74 of Abel into Ryan Butcher in the 88, who gets a piece. There's Stephen Oakes there. He just gets a little bit of damage on the right side. That's okay. David Davison in the 03, a little bit of damage. 18 points back. Got some work to do. Alexander on the 1 car, a long shot for this team, but they're still in the fight. well, with the 80 car out of the race, of course, they'll take up last place. Ibrahim in the 84, heavy front nose damage here, or front end damage entirely. Let's go on board here. So basically, if 2 cars were to retire from this race, then that would take Alexander Rowe out of contention. Basically, yeah, it would. Alright, so we'll take you back to the restart. So the light should come off this time. As you can see, the 80 and the 84 out of the race. So that takes out Alexander Rowe out of contention, but that also takes out Patrick Mew out of contention as well. So he was 47 points back, so now it's just down to 6 drivers. So Breton, Oaks, Chesson, Davis, and Abel Ozken. They're the remaining ones. So double file restarts. We haven't been able to do this on the oval tracks, but since we are not on the short track for this race, we can do double file restarts without any weirdness going on or bugs. Yep. Alright, so check a lighting blaze in the 47. There are one of 2 drivers who have yet to score a top 5 finish. They have 4 top 10s to their name, but a top 5 is what they are missing, and so is a win. But of course, being this late season, they're not looking for a good points finish. They're looking to win. Brad Chesson is 0. 4th in the points. Still got some work to do even if he wins this race. Well, where the 87 sits, he would still win the championship. There's a 29. There's a long shot either way. And it's the Delaware loss. That'll sting a little bit more. But alright, getting ready to go green. Here we go. Green flag waving, back underway. On the inside, and Max Anderson is going to take it 3 wide for the race lead. Can he get the 87 at the line? No, he didn't. Led it by 5 1,000 of a second. Super close. And they're getting really close over here. Gonna get real tight. There goes the 24 around into the wall hard. Chris Sang almost upside down. And Alexander Rowe hard hit. And oh, here goes Connor Breed just sliding into turn 3, and Blaze Zibatar also hard crash. Anderson is the leader, and we'll take a look at the replay. Well, that was a really, really bad move right there. Way too aggressive. Chris Sang on the inside. They were 3 wide coming off turn 2, but Patrick did not slide up just yet. He wasn't quite clear. So Chris Sang hooks Colin Cropley, and again Cropley gets dumped. Hard hit for both drivers, and nowhere to go for the 1 car. Huge hit there. And here's Connor Reed. He voiced Chris Sang, but then there's Cropley there, and Blaze are also a big hit. So that takes Connor Reed out in the 36. So we're now down to only 5 drivers left for the title. Yeah, he was going in there way too hard. He could probably avoid both of them, but looks like he didn't even get on the brakes, just lifted. Here's Blaze Vitar to 3. Whoop. So he went down low initially, which looked to be the better move with his huge cloud of smoke. Just couldn't see the 27 car. Chris Sang, wow, terrible season. He missed the 1 race at Edmonton. Never scored a single top 10. And that's how it's going to end for this 2017 team. Yeah, he gets underneath. A little bit too impatient. He slammed the wall so hard. Picked up the entire left side. And there's Alexander Rowe again. Yeah, takes another hard shot. Here it comes. Yeah, he was about to back up. Yeah, he was still rolling. But the 3 car finished him off. And one more time, let's go on board with the 1 car of Alexander Rowe. At least he got himself a win this season. At least it didn't hit him in the door. Just right behind the driver's side. Still a massive hit. Couldn't miss this one. Alright, we'll take you back to the restart. Alright, lights are out, getting ready for the restart here. So, 5 drivers left for the title. Max Anderson in a 66 out in front. Anderson, who does have a win this season. However, they have struggled for the most part, being the lowest score driver with the win. Carson Manning in the 54 had a good run at Delaware, finished 3rd, but looking for his first win. Could come tonight. Here's Oscan in the 87 in 3rd place. So far, he's run a pretty good race so far. Patrick Muellering in 4th. Here's Stephen Oakes in a 17. He'll get the restart on the inside line, which is most likely the preferred line. Brad Chesson in a 0. He's a bit further back in 11th. Alright, come to the green here. Green flag's out, back on their way. To edge out Anderson there, get that lap led. Here comes the 87 again on the inside for 2nd place. Take this lead. Looking bad over here to 53, all over the back bumper to 17, but he lays off, coming off 4. Don't want to screw the big championship. And the 87 to the front. Manning, Carson Manning really gets turned. Oh, this is bad. Really, really bad. Up the track. Oh, how did they save it? But that creates a huge scramble. There goes a 0. He's in the wall. And this will take out a handful. Oh, and there's Abel in the 74. Heavy damage. Riley Sampson's also wrecked. Cole Colby is wrecked. Colin Jones. It looks like he's involved as well as the yellow flag flies. And the 87 is the leader. We'll take a look at the replay. A very aggressive move by Stephen Oakes, scanning underneath Carson Manning, but he blended back in. But he wasn't clear. Had a nose underneath, and I thought him coming back up the racetrack like that, he's gonna get right hooked into the wall. They made some contact, but they managed to save it. But that creates a huge jammer from behind. The 0 looks like he got hooked by David Davison. Hard hit to the inside wall, collects the 53. And there's Riley Sampson. Looks like he hit the outside wall pretty hard. And there's Abel in the 74. Well, if it was one race he needed to win, it would be this run. But it looks like that's not going to happen. So he is out. Avoided most of it, but then the 51 right in front. And it gets jammed up again, adds even more damage. And that might be it for Abel. That's a tough one. He has finished in the top 10 9 times this season. If only he had a win, he would be a lot closer. He might have been the points leader. An 8.0 average finish for that 74 team. As Riley Sampson takes a hard shot to the outside wall, Davison shoves his way through. Riley Sampson had that wild ride at the Delaware Speedway. And another big one here today. Here's a 53 also with heavy damage. Gets caught up in this mess. It was on the outside line. So he was boxed in. Nowhere to go. Right there. Let's go on more with the 03 of Davison. One more time here. Right in the middle of it. He just catches the rear end of 0. Then there's a 39 on the inside. Just kind of finishes him off. Then hooks the 39. And both of them in the wall hard. Alright. So, more cars to the garage area. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, here we go. So 13 cars are left. Abel's championship hopes are gone. Tough break for that team. They're so consistent, but all they were missing was that one win. They have the best average finish the second best average starting position too. In 9.09, only David Davison beat him out by an 8.36. So more contenders out. This makes the 87's job a lot easier. Got the 2 wins, both at Yukasa. They put up 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s at 10.8 or 10.18 and 1 pole. So this 87 team has been doing really well. Getting ready to go green here. Still got the 17 and the 03 who still have a shot to win this championship, so we're down to 3 drivers. Here we go. Still, anything can happen. We're not even at the halfway point yet. Green flag, we're back on the way. See Sampson's car very slow on this restart. He took a hard hit, but decided not to park it. Here goes Manning in the 54 on the inside. Here comes Oaks in the 17, 3 wide. Anderson in the 66, a little bit sideways there. Manning leads that lap. Here comes Stephen Oaks. Anderson back down low. He wants to take the lead back. The pole sitter, the 47. In the mix. 3 wide for third. Side by side for the race lead. Oh, and they go again. And there goes the 66. Around he goes. Lock at the brakes and caution is out. Great recover right there. And the 87 will retake the caution, take the lead, and we'll take the caution flag again. All right, let's take a look at the replay. All right, so we saw it live. Anderson just went for a spin, 3 wide. 17 in the middle, kind of got pinched in there, so they get together, but only Anderson goes for a spin, locks down the brakes, tries nothing fancy, worked out pretty well, gets back onto the racing surface, but with no oncoming traffic. Well, yeah, they weren't that close, but other than that, Anderson recovers very quickly, no major damage there, he's alright. We'll take you back to the restart. Alright, we're not going green this time by, but the 87 has pulled down low. Oh, you know what this means. And he does have a tire. But it looks like it's more than a tire. There is damage. I guess 2 is the highest. Or the middle, there's like 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? Still don't know, 100% know what it really means. But trouble with the 87. Not good for the points leader. And the leader of the race as well. We'll see if it's anything major, if it's a major tire. Also, Cole Colby, I think, is also coming down. Hopefully they doesn't take him out of the race. It's coming in the stall. Alright, left side tires. And yeah, it's Cole Colby as well. He's also making a stop. Alright, small setback for the 87. Alright, that's okay. It's only a tire issue. Luckily it wasn't a major one, as we've seen before. Does Cole Colby have the same thing, or he's just coming down pit road? Schedule stop. Probably fix some damage. Alright, so that hands the lead to the 47 once again. About to reach the halfway point as well. Alright, lights should come off this time by. So the 47 out in front, Stephen Oaks, Patrick Mew, and looks like it's Ryan Butcher. Then, yep, lights are off. David Davison, Carson Manning, Johnny Cox, Cole Sampson, KCH, Max Anderson, Riley Sampson, Samuel Elliscan, and Cole Colby. The remaining 13 cars on the racetrack. Stephen Oaks basically has to win this race. 35 points back. He's got to win it, at least. Alright, line up double file soon. Alright, here they go. Coming to the green here. Flag is out, back on the way. The 17 with a much better start. They're not good enough to clear the 47, but we'll get that extra point for the lap. But an extra point at the moment doesn't mean anything, because he has to win. And the 47 takes the lead. 3 wide for second. Here goes Carson Manning in the 54. And a little bit of contact there. Butcher going to take third, maybe even second. The 87 made real quick work of those slower cars. He's already passed, I think, like 5 of them already. And more than that. Well, exactly that. Ooh, contact there, pretty wide. 47 has a massive lead. 4 wide. Now they're really 4 wide. And Ryan Butcher in the wall. So is the 17 back across. Oh, this is going to be a big hit for Johnny Cox and Stephen Oaks, David Davison. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Yep, and Oaks' car is destroyed. Davison heavy damage. Well, it's safe to say that Simon Oskin has won this championship. Yep, Brad Chesson is also out of this one. I just noticed that. Yeah, they're all out. Last man standing. 87. He's got it. Alright, let's take a look at the full race results. Or not full race results. Replay. Well, it was all or nothing for these guys, but they didn't have to do this. Just in the middle or at any time of the race till the last few laps. But it opened the bottom door as Ryan Butcher and Carson Manning. There's the 87 making a risky 4 wide pass, but he's on the inside. There's no way they were going to make it. Even 3 wide was pushing it, which we've already seen. So Oaks gets into the wall. He bounces off of it, collects Johnny Cox. And you already know this could be a big hit. And then right in the door, too. And then the 69 car as well gets swept in it. Cole Sampson. They're all destroyed. Ryan Butcher. It wasn't a big wreck for those guys. Yeah, he just went for a spin. Let's see from the helicopter view. That's how they should be racing, coming to the line. Not for third place with 20 laps to go. But yeah, Ryan Butcher, a little bit of damage. Spins, skids down into turn 1. Not much there. And that's all. Let's go on board with David Davison in the 03. Everything went perfect for the 87. All its contenders got taken out. And all he has to do is just, well, he can take more risks now. I mean, there's no harm at racing very aggressively anymore. But he made that aggressive 4 wide pass anyways, and he got out unscathed. I wouldn't exactly put the blame all on him. Door was open. He made the pass, and looks like they were gonna wreck. Anyways, got away with just a scratch. Yeah, Johnny Cox, this was a massive hit. Even at 80 miles an hour, but then he gets T-boned. At least it wasn't a direct T-bone hit. And one more time, on board Cole Sampson in the 69. Was able to miss those guys on the inside, but then he got 2 cars spinning out. And he gets swept right into it. Alright. Alright, well, I'll take you back to the restart. Alright, lights aren't out just yet. They only got 8 cars left. This might be the first time where everyone, except for the leader, battling for the championship is out. Now the lights are off, so... Well, the 87 is going to look for double trophies and get his 3rd win of the season, so he'll take another title for the most wins. Yeah, that race at Drew Casa, the second one, obviously, because the first one was very tamed as he led every lap. But yeah, he was... If he didn't win that race, he would not be in this position. Or he would be in this position, but he wouldn't have such a big points lead. Although if this... but if it's the same scenario, then he probably would have won it anyways. No, he still would have won it, of course. Now the... got 101 points, so the difference... Yeah, he definitely would not be the points leader if he did not win that race. If he finished 2nd, which would be 80 points, he would be... Yeah, he would be 2nd or 3rd. But yep, Simon Osken is the champion. And we're getting ready for the restart here. So who's going to win the last race of the season? That's the only question. Green flag is out. Back underway. Comes the 87 on the inside. He wants that lead and he wants that win again. Oh, that would have been bad if the 29 was a little bit back. I don't think they're done wrecking. Oh, it's so tight. Really tight. Asking to crash at this point. Side by side for seconds, 87 just driving away. Pretty wide, pushing and shoving and squeezing their way through. Manning has broken free, he's looking for a win. So I see him run a little bit closer to the front the last few races. He's going for it. He closed the gap this time. We'll have to wait and see. Few slow cars, no front ends. Yeah, they're still in the race. Gonna get a free top 10 with that. Could get more if they wreck again. At the line there. 87 is just flying. He has a supercar at this point. Coming to 10 more laps to go. 10 more laps left in the season. The 87 is on a tear right now. Another fast car for this team. Yeah, they're going up front, leading laps. They didn't lag back at all. The only contender to lead laps was the 17 and I think even the 0, Brad Cheston. Over a second lead, now 1.1. And Manning's going to need a yellow, all the other guys need a caution. They're all racing, allowing the 87 to just pull away. Not a dominating performance this time. But had a tire problem early on while leading. But was able to easily climb back to the top spot. Like it was nothing. Lap times 21.1. 88 has the fastest lap out of everybody. The 87 has the 3rd fastest. in the 47 for second place. .4 now. He's just gaining a 10th every lap. Might catch a 53, might not. As we're approaching the 5 laps to go. Going to 4 laps remaining here in Toronto. Let's go on board with the 87 here. Don't think he's going to catch a 53, 18 seconds back, but yeah. Gonna be 8 cars at finish unless someone has a mechanical failure in the last 2 laps. Alright, 2 to go, 2 laps to go. Everyone is pretty spread out now. Well, even if he catches him now, I don't think it's going to hold him back too much. Alright, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go here in Toronto. Samuel Oskan, the champion. And looks like he's even going to win the race too. Going to be his 3rd win of the season. But catching a 53 put him a lap down easily. Yep, easy pass. Had a small setback. But that's about it. Ran the perfect race. Checkered flag is out. Samuel Oskan wins the race and wins the championship. He's done it here at Toronto. And we'll now take a look at the full race results. Oh, there you have it. Samuel Oskan, last 10 laps. A few more than 10 laps. Led the rest of the way. Yeah, they pretty much went unchallenged on those last few laps. I can't speak again. Carson Manning, another top 5 finish for him. Ends off the season with at least a good finish. But yeah, he was just fading back there at the end. Checker Lightning Blaze getting 3rd, so she's able to get a top 5 finish at least. So that only leaves Chris Sang without a top 5 finish there, or even a top 10. So rough season there for Chris Sang. Max Anderson finishing 4th, Patrick Mew 5th, Ryan Butcher 6th, Cole Colby, KCH. Only 8 cars finished the race. And it'll be David Davison and Cole Sampson. Yep, it looks like the racing gods really wanted Oskan to win this championship. And he does it in the perfect, or I wouldn't say a perfect fashion. He didn't lead all of it, but he still won the race. He kept his car pretty much clean and out of trouble for the most part. Avoided most of the chaos. Kind of caused a little bit of chaos that took out the remaining 2. Yeah, it just happened to be the last 2 contenders. Yep, he made a daring 4 wide pass. He could have easily been swept up on it, so don't think because he was on the inside he could have gotten away. Although he did, but he still could have been involved big time. Although if all 3 of them would have been taken out, then yeah, it still wouldn't be enough. He probably still would have won it, because 17 points is still quite a bit with only 23 cars out there, and with most of them already out at that point. But yep, the 87, what a season. Swept both the Jocasta races, then came back, and then yeah, just ran a perfect clean race for the most part. And yeah, took this one too. Yeah, he didn't want anyone to get the trophy tonight, only him. Spotlight's on him. So wow. So what a season, what a performance by the 87. And for the rest of the drivers, most of them just got a good run. Still, yeah. They avoided most of the chaos as well. In some way, with the Olympic back home. But alright, that is it here at Toronto. Oskan, the winner and the champion, when I'll take you to victory lane.